Hello. I know what you're thinking. Why is a budget Chris Evans trying to tell me jokes? And I mean the radio presenter as well, not Captain America. I'm fully aware what this is. I know exactly what and who I look like. Simon Pegg, Paul Scholes, a young Frankie Boyle, one of the Proclaimers. Actually, to be fair, and the other Proclaimer as well. And the bear from Bo Selector, actually. I was told recently, you look a bit like Jeffrey Dahmer. Don't worry, that's where the similarities end. Very, very different hobbies. So I'm a sports fan. I like American football, so much so I decided I was going to give it a go. So I went and I trained with the local team. A big mistake, because look at me. I'm not built for peak athletic performance. I'm built like I look like I would fix your computer, let's be honest. But in fairness, I didn't think that the people who played American football in Birmingham for a little bit of fun on a Sunday would be anywhere near as big as the people who play professionally in the United States. But oh, was I wrong. They are fucking huge, right? They all had nicknames like Vesuvius and Kilimanjaro. One of them was called Everest, and after 20 minutes they went, your nickname's going to be Speed Bump. But I should have known it wasn't for me. From the very first session, I walked over to the coach. He was handing out the equipment. He took one look at me and went, I think you're going to need a small. He's like, yeah, no shit. That guy asked for a medium, and he makes Eddie Hall look like Warwick Davis. So I've tried it all on, helmet on, pads on, gum shield in, and I'm not going to lie, it was still too big for me. And I had to come clean to the guy, and without skipping a beat, he said, don't worry, we can get something from the youth equipment. Because in American football terms, I'm a large boy, apparently. So I stick to football, much prefer that. Although it does remind me of my sex life. I'm knackered after 2 minutes. That was my fiancée laughing. But I do like watching the professionals as well. There's a lot of crossover, in fairness, with sex and football. I've noticed that the FA Cup is a lot like OnlyFans, in the sense that the most famous are the most successful. And that every now and again you'll be surprised by an amateur performance, usually by somebody from like Dudley or something. But football commentators, they could quite easily switch over, start commentating on porn, very, very easily. Oh, it's a massive tackle. He's done well to adapt to that change of position. She's done really well so far. She's got 2 already, but it could well have been 3 or 4. When I'm not watching sport, I try and keep up to date on current affairs, watch the news. I see that Scottish independence is back on the news recently. Nicola Sturgeon talking about her plans for the economy of an independent Scotland, which is very much like when I plan how I'm going to spend my Euro Millions winnings. Like, we've all got plans, but come on, Nicola. Deal with what you've got. She stood there on BBC News, and she's like, an independent Scotland would remove nuclear submarines from the banks of the Clyde. And I'm thinking, if I won the Euro Millions, I'd buy one off you. I've thought it through. There's a canal round the back of my house, I can park it there. I live in Tamworth, right? If I had a nuclear submarine back in Tamworth, safest town in the country, safest town in the world. There's no way Putin's bombing Tamworth, not when I've got a submarine. But the locals would love it. safest place in the country, house prices through the roof, they'd make me their leader. They'd make me their king. And when I'm king of Tamworth, they'll let me live in that castle. I'll park the submarine in the moat. And I can guarantee you, very first thing I'm doing as king of Tamworth, I'm invading Lichfield. It'd be a piece of piss, honestly. Have you seen them? It's got an average age of like 94. We'll be done by lunchtime. Yeah. Make them our bitch. Call it Bitchfield. That's it from me, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Nathan Watson.